You're listening to the Small Business Accelerator podcast, accelerating success, one founder at a time.
With your hosts, Roger Bryant and Sarah Wilson.
We support small business owners, the little guys. We're here to help you win in today's landscape.
Join us each week as we reveal powerful strategies for small business owners that save you time and money.
Because we believe every small business owner should have access to Fortune 500 style strategies without breaking the bank.
Subscribe now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts to accelerate your small business success.
Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling something I know a lot of you are thinking about.
Hell yeah.
Stabilizing that business income, and especially with how things are going right now, who isn't looking for just a little more predictability in their business.
Absolutely.
So we've got two great resources that we're going to be diving into today.
Okay.
From Feast to Steady Feast, a really detailed guide and an online course called Automations Made Easy. And we're going to be pulling the best from both to really help you guys break free from that feast or famine cycle.
Yeah, it's a cycle that so many businesses fall into.
I know.
But it doesn't have to be the norm.
No, it doesn't have to be. So, okay, let's jump right in.
Okay.
From Feast to Steady Feast. This guide starts out with a story about a photographer named Masha Mullah.
Okay.
And he turned his COVID recovery into this booming online art business.
Wow.
Pretty inspiring, right?
That is really inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that that's really powerful because it shows just how essential adaptability is.
Yeah.
Especially when unexpected changes come up.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Have you ever faced a challenge that just forced you to totally pivot or try something completely new in your business?
Oh, yeah.
That's a great example of how those challenges can sometimes lead to the biggest opportunities.
Absolutely. And it's not even just those big disruptions.
Oh, yeah.
This guide also brings in advice from a business strategist, Laura DeCarlo, and she is all about really keeping an eye on those buyer habits.
Yeah.
So
she stresses understanding your customer's behavior, especially when things are slow.
Yeah.
It can really help you stay ahead of the curve.
Oh, for sure.
Imagine if you could anticipate those dips.
Right.
And adjust your strategies before they even happen.
Totally data-driven decision-making.
Yeah, exactly.
So true. And speaking of diversifying, there's a quote from Sarah Tiger From Feast to Steady Feast that really stood out to me.
Okay.
She says that broadening your offerings and reaching a wider audience is key to smoothing out those income dips.
Oh.
So think about it. Are you relying too heavily on one product or service?
Yeah, diversification is huge because it's like having a safety net for your business.
Right.
So if one area slows down, you've got those other areas to help cushion the impact.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk numbers for a second.
Okay.
Both of our sources today are really big on understanding your financials. Like getting comfortable with those balance sheets and those income statements. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I think it's important to remember that those financial statements are like the dashboard of your business.
Okay.
They give you that clear picture of where you stand.
Yeah.
But more importantly, they help you project where you're headed.
Okay.
So don't let the numbers intimidate you. Think of them as tools to guide your decisions.
Yeah. There's even a quote from Desai From Feast to Steady Feast that says, finance is an art, not a science.
Ooh, I love that.
I do too.
It reminds us that it's not just about crunching the numbers,
right?
But it's also about understanding the context behind them.
Yeah, the why.
The why, exactly.
Totally. Okay, so beyond the numbers now, From Feast to Steady Feast dives into something that I think is so important.
Okay.
Aligning your business with your core values.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's about building a business that not only just generates income, but also reflects who you are and what you believe in.
Yeah, and when your actions are aligned with your values, I feel like that creates such a strong foundation for growth.
Yes, it does.
And both From Feast to Steady Feast and Automations Made Easy talk about focusing on the vital few.
The vital few.
And what is your take on that?
You know, I think of it as prioritizing impact. Which actions are really going to move the needle the most for you?
Yeah.
And identifying and focusing on your vital few can streamline your efforts and it frees up your time for the things that really matter most.
Wouldn't focusing on those vital few, though, risk us overlooking other important aspects?
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And that brings up the importance of balance.
Okay.
So while prioritizing is key, we don't want to neglect the other essential areas of our business.
Right.
So it's about finding that sweet spot.
Gotcha.
Where you're giving enough attention to those critical tasks, but also those foundational ones.
Okay, so next up is something that can truly make or break any business.
Ooh.
Cash flow management.
Cash flow management is so important.
It is so important.
Because it doesn't matter how profitable you are on paper.
Right.
If you don't have enough cash on hand to cover those expenses.
Right.
Smart cash flow management ensures that you have the resources to keep your business running smoothly and to invest in future growth.
And this is where Automations Made Easy really caught my eye.
Okay.
They hint at how automation can be a lifesaver.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to tracking that income and those expenses.
Automating tasks.
Yeah.
Like invoicing, payment reminders, expense tracking.
Yeah.
It not only saves you so much time,
right,
but it also minimizes that risk of human error.
Oh, for sure.
And that peace of mind is priceless.
Oh, I like the sound of that. From feast to steady feast. Also touches on some of those broader economic trends like income inequality and how those can trickle down and affect small businesses.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's important to remember that our businesses don't exist in a vacuum.
Yeah.
So external factors like economic shifts, social trends, even political climates can all have an impact on how we operate.
Totally.
The key is to stay informed.
Right.
Adapt our strategies as needed.
Okay, so for example, if income inequality is leading to shifts in consumer spending habits, how might that impact your target market? Exactly. And what you're offering?
It's all about staying aware and being flexible.
Okay, and both sources are all about this idea of continuous improvement.
Yes.
Why is that so important?
Because in a world that's constantly changing, standing still is essentially moving backwards.
Right.
Continuous improvement is about doing things better, more efficiently, more effectively.
Yeah.
It's embracing a mindset of growth and innovation.
And I think especially for B2B businesses, that feast or famine cycle can be brutal.
It is a roller coaster ride.
It is.
And Automations Made Easy actually offers a practical way to smooth things out.
Okay.
They encourage you to look for those tasks that are ripe for automation.
Okay.
Free up your time. Create those more consistent workflows.
So we've got a good foundation now.
Yeah.
We've got adaptability. We've got understanding those financials, aligning with our core values, cash flow, and that need to constantly evolve.
Yeah.
Now let's get into some of those specific strategies for boosting that revenue.
All right, let's do it.
From feast to steady feast has a whole section on this.
I'm excited.
Where do you want to start?
Well, subscription models are a hot topic these days.
Okay.
So maybe we can explore that.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think that they're popular for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, they provide that consistent and predictable income that business owners crave.
For sure.
It's like a breath of fresh air
when
you're thinking about cash flow and forecasting.
Right.
But it's not one size fits all.
Right.
So the key is to assess whether you have products or services that people would value on an ongoing basis.
Yeah.
Can you bundle things
right.
in a way that delivers that continuous value?
Okay. And the guide also mentions digital products and virtual events.
Oh, yeah.
As potential revenue boosters. Yeah. What's the appeal there?
Well, digital products are a fantastic way to generate that passive income.
Okay.
You create it once.
Yeah.
And you can sell it repeatedly.
Right.
Think online courses, ebooks, templates, and virtual events. They allow you to reach a global audience.
Yeah.
You know, you can monetize them through ticket sales, sponsorships,
right.
even premium access to recordings.
And there's this tip in From Feast to Steady Feast that I thought was great.
Okay.
About surveying your audience to figure out what they actually want, what topics they're interested in.
Yes. Give them what they want.
What a great way to tailor those digital products and events.
Totally.
So smart. And what about strategic partnerships?
Strategic partnerships.
Yeah, the guide mentions those.
Yeah.
As a way to reach new customers and grow your revenue.
It's all about collaboration.
Yeah.
Teaming up with businesses.
Right.
That complement what you offer. It's a win-win for everyone.
Yep.
Tap into each other's networks. Expand your reach. Offer bundled products and services.
Okay, so we've got subscriptions, digital products, virtual events, and partnerships.
Wow.
From Feast to Steady Feast is really a treasure trove of strategies.
It is.
And Automations Made Easy plays a key role here too, right?
Absolutely. It provides the tools and guidance
you
need to manage all those new revenue streams efficiently.
Yep.
But what's resonating with you the most from what we've talked about?
For me, it's that reminder that building a stable income is not a one-time fix.
Right.
It is an ongoing process.
It's a journey.
And those innovative revenue models, especially the digital products and virtual events, really have me thinking about possibilities for my own business.
I love that.
So
those are excellent takeaways.
Thank you.
And in the next part of our deep dive,
we'll
explore those in a little more detail.
Yeah.
And we'll look at some real-world examples of businesses that are succeeding. And we'll talk about potential challenges you might face.
Okay, sounds great. Let's take a quick pause and we'll be right back to continue our deep dive into stabilizing your business income.
Welcome back. All right, let's dive into some of those real-world examples of how businesses have successfully put these strategies into action.
Okay.
From Feast to Steady Feast has a case study that really stood out to me.
Okay.
It features a company that used something called Six Sigma.
Six Sigma?
Yeah.
What's that?
So it's basically a method for improving processes by eliminating defects and reducing variation.
Okay.
So think of it as fine-tuning your operations for maximum efficiency.
Gotcha.
In this case, the company realized they had a lot of errors in their invoicing.
Oh, no.
Which meant a lot of invoices were being paid late.
Yeah.
So by applying Six Sigma principles,
Okay.
they were able to significantly reduce those errors,
Okay.
which led to a much smoother and more predictable cash flow.
So they ended up saving time and money and probably kept their clients happier, too.
Exactly. Win-win all around.
Right. And there are some interesting insights from Yale School of Management case studies as well.
Oh, yeah?
These studies show a growing trend of businesses that are actively seeking ways to generate more stable income.
Yeah, across various industries.
Okay.
These case studies really highlight the need for more adaptable business models and innovative approaches to revenue generation.
It's encouraging to see that so many businesses are prioritizing this, but
it is.
Let's get real.
Yeah.
There are always challenges.
Of course.
From Feast to Steady Feast, doesn't shy away from those.
Yeah.
What are some of the obstacles we might encounter?
Well, one common challenge is the risk of becoming too dependent on a few key clients.
Okay, yeah.
So if one of those clients decides to scale back or go in a different direction, it can have a huge impact.
On your bottom line.
On your bottom line, exactly.
It's like putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and we know that's not
a good idea.
A good strategy.
So diversifying that client base is super important.
It is.
Okay.
And then there's the constant pressure of competition.
Oh, tell me about it.
Right.
How can businesses stay ahead of the game?
It's all about standing out in a crowded marketplace.
Right.
And from Feast to Steady Feast emphasizes continuous innovation.
Okay.
You can't just rest on your laurels.
No.
You need to constantly be looking for ways to improve. Anticipate what your customers will want next.
Right.
And differentiate yourself from the competition.
And that's where automation's made easy comes in, right? Equipping us with the skills to streamline those everyday tasks, free up that time and energy to focus on innovation.
Automating those routine processes gives you the bandwidth
to
be more strategic and to stay ahead of the curve.
So we've talked about adaptability.
We have.
Understanding our financials, aligning with our core values.
Yes.
Managing cash flow.
Embracing continuous improvement.
Yeah.
And exploring different revenue models.
We've covered a lot.
We've also touched on some real-world examples.
Yes.
And potential challenges.
It's been a good overview.
What's striking you as the most important thing in all of this?
I think what stands out to me is that building a stable and successful business is about more than just the mechanics of strategy.
So it's not just about the what, but also the how.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
It's about approaching your business with passion, resilience, and a genuine commitment to learning and growing.
Okay.
And I also think it's about building strong relationships with your clients and fostering a positive and supportive environment for yourself and your team.
So that human element is just as important.
It is, the strategic one.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can have the best strategies in the world.
Right.
But without the right mindset and the right people around you, it's going to be an uphill battle.
It makes a lot of sense. Now, how about we get into some specific steps you can take to start putting these strategies into action?
All right.
I'm curious to hear more about how automations made easy can help with this.
So this course is really great for providing practical guidance
Okay.
on how to identify tasks that can be automated.
Okay.
And then choosing the right tools.
Gotcha.
It's like having an automation coach.
Right by your side.
Right there with you.
But it can feel a little overwhelming, right?
Right.
When you're first starting out.
Yeah.
Where do you even begin?
So the course emphasizes starting small.
Okay.
Don't try to automate everything at once.
Okay.
Just focus on one or two of those repetitive, time-consuming tasks that are sucking up your time and energy.
So things like?
Like email marketing.
Okay.
Scheduling social media posts, booking appointments, maybe even invoicing.
I think a lot of us can relate to that. So, okay.
Right.
You've identified those tasks.
Yeah.
Now, how do you choose the right tools?
So Automations Made Easy walks you through that whole process, step by step.
Okay.
It helps you evaluate different tools based on your needs and your budget.
That's helpful.
And the best part is that there are tons of affordable options out there.
Okay.
That are designed specifically for small businesses.
Oh, good.
And solopreneurs.
I love that it's tailored for the little guys.
Yeah.
Not those big, expensive systems.
Exactly. That are out of reach.
And the course goes beyond just the technical side of things.
Okay.
It also guides you on how to design those automated systems in a way that aligns with your overall business goals.
So it's not just about automating to automate.
Right.
It's about being strategic.
Exactly.
With those outcomes.
It is.
And making your business run smoother.
Working smarter, not harder.
Okay.
By taking those routine tasks off your plate.
Right.
You free up that time and mental energy to focus on those things that really move the needle. Okay. This has been such a great deep dive so far.
It has.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From those big picture strategies to practical steps you can take to really build a more stable and resilient business.
Absolutely.
But before we jump into the final part, I think it'd be helpful to do a quick recap of those key takeaways from feast to steady feast.
Yeah, let's crystallize those essential insights before we move on.
Okay, so we're back for the final part of our deep dive into stabilizing that business income.
Right.
Before we jump into the how-to of automation, let's do a quick recap of those key takeaways from feast to steady feast.
Yes, good.
What were some of those big ideas that stood out?
Well, we talked about how crucial adaptability is in today's ever-changing business landscape.
Right.
You know, tracking buyer habits.
Right.
Diversifying your offerings.
Yeah.
Those are key for navigating those market fluctuations.
For sure. And we can't forget those financial fundamentals. Getting comfortable with your balance sheet and your income statement.
Yes. It's like having a roadmap.
It is.
To guide your business decisions.
Yeah. We also discussed aligning your business decisions with your core values and focusing on those vital few tasks that really drive your success.
Yes, those high-impact actions.
Right, and then there's cash flow management.
So important.
Making sure you have the resources to keep your business running smoothly,
yes,
even when things get tough.
Absolutely.
We also explored a range of those innovative revenue generation strategies, like subscription models, digital products, virtual events.
Yes.
Strategic partnerships.
So many options.
So many options out there.
To explore.
And we even touched on some real-world case studies and those potential challenges.
We did.
Along the way, now let's shift gears a little bit. And talk about how Automations Made Easy can help you put these strategies into action.
Let's do it.
What makes this course so effective?
Well, this course is like a step-by-step guide to automation.
Okay.
It starts by helping you identify which tasks are best suited for automation.
Okay.
Yeah, think about those repetitive, time-consuming things that are bogging you down.
So where do you even begin?
You start small.
Okay.
Don't try to automate everything at once.
Right.
Just begin with those tasks that are sucking up the most time and energy.
Okay, so what would those be?
So think about things like email marketing.
Okay.
Scheduling social media posts, booking appointments, maybe even invoicing.
I think a lot of us can relate to that. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've identified those tasks. How do you choose the right tools?
That's where Automations Made Easy comes in.
Okay.
It walks you through that entire process.
Okay.
It helps you evaluate the different tools based on your needs and your budget.
Okay.
And the best part
is
that there are so many affordable options available.
Oh, good.
especially for smaller businesses and solopreneurs.
I love that it's designed with us in mind, not those big complex systems that are out of reach for so many small businesses.
And the course goes beyond just the technical aspects.
Okay.
It helps you design those automated systems.
Yeah.
In a way that aligns with your overall business goals.
So it's not just about automating to automate.
Right.
It's about being strategic.
Exactly.
Making sure it's aligning with your goals. And ultimately making your business run smoother.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Okay.
So by taking those routine tasks off your plate, you can free up that valuable time and mental energy.
Yeah.
And focus on the strategic things that really move the needle in your business.
This has been such an insightful deep dive.
It really has.
We've covered a lot of ground, from those big picture strategies to the practical steps you can take to build a more stable and resilient business.
And remember, building a thriving business, it's a journey, not a destination.
Right.
It takes time and effort.
Yeah.
And a commitment to continuous learning and improvement.
But those rewards are definitely worth it.
They are.
So as we wrap up today, we want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
Okay.
Which of these strategies feels most relevant to your business right now? And what's one small step you can take this week to start implementing it?
Don't let these insights just sit there.
Right.
Take action, experiment, embrace the journey.
I love it.
With the right mindset and the right tools, you can build a business that not only survives, but thrives in any economic climate.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a topic.
Okay.
That's sure to spark your curiosity.
Sounds good.
Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.
Thanks for tuning in to the Small Business Accelerator podcast.
We really hope today's strategies help you grow your business without breaking the bank.
Don't forget to check the show notes for links to resources we've handpicked for small business success.
If you found value in today's episode, it would make our day if you subscribed to the podcast and left us a review.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And stay tuned for our next episode. Next time, we'll reveal yet another game-changing strategy that's revolutionizing how small businesses on a shoestring budget take on giant corporations and accelerate their success.
Until then, keep accelerating your success.
This is Sarah Wilson.
And Roger Bryant, signing off.